Hey y'all, welcome back. Another climbing session this morning. I did remember my other lights, so I don't know. Today I want to do one like the mirrored version of one I've done in the past because it's going to be a little bit different position I have to get the foot in. So I just wanted to kind of see what that does body position wise and kind of learn that. Um, then I don't know, I'm either going to work on the top because having those lights I should be able to see the small little purple hold better. Maybe that'll help out on that for another problem, or make up a new problem using one of the holds I made. So I'm not sure exactly on the last part, but I know in the first part I definitely want to try to see what that foot position does. I'm gonna finish warming up and then I'll kind of show you guys what I mean by the foot, etc. And then we'll give it a shot, see how that goes. All right, let's get started. All right, so on the problem I did last time, that white hold, I'm able to come in and just put my toe on it like that. It's not blocked too much by the other hold, and then it kind of sticks out. However, on this side, since the holds aren't exactly the same, still similar position, but I can't get that toe right on there. It's blocked by the pinch and the hold's shaped a little bit differently. So instead, whoops, sorry for getting my finger in there, I'm gonna have to come in and kind of have that foot around some. So I'm just curious to see what that does, changing the position, things like that. All right, so I'm gonna start from basically where I get my foot onto that hold. This black one here isn't as in cut as on the other side, so it's gonna make that part a little bit harder. So I don't know. I'm gonna kind of skip it to start with and kind of just start where I get that foot up and then see how the end feels. Definitely changes things. But once I get the hips kind of over and get a little more weight on that foot, it's not too bad. First move's easier because the red hold's bigger than the other side. That move's harder because of that black hold being smaller. Not the best conditions either. There's actually some thunder, so we got a storm coming, so I won't be able to get some of the stuff done that I was hoping to because I need to go bring my dogs inside. They get a little scared with the storm, so that'll shorten this session. All right, I'm gonna do the two moves just so you can see kind of what a difference that foot position makes. So kind of look at the hips, etc., kind of how far I have to move over. I'll do this more difficult side first. So I just feel like on that second one, my hips can stay kind of underneath and under my arm, whereas the first one, I have to bring my hips over, and then it makes it harder kind of going up. But that hold makes it harder. If I stay back, I don't feel like I can do it at all. All right, I did that move, but I felt like I was about to just slide right off. You can see a lot of chalk's gone, so rest, try it again. I did it, but I almost missed my index finger on there completely the first time and couldn't really readjust. Probably give that one more shot, then I'll try the jump. That's been the hardest move. I wanted to see if I could do it. Let's see if I can hit it a little bit better this next time. Maybe I can just do the rest of the problem. If not, I'll do it, take a little break, and then just try that last move, see if it's easier jumping. All right, that went pretty well. I do think the jump is easier. All right, I'm going to move on to the next problem. I actually named it Delicato because of the little tiny footholds. So I could see this purple one better with the lights. So I'm going to just try jumping to the last move because I don't think there's any reason. I don't know, maybe I can go to the white and then go, but I'll try that, I guess, first. I'll bump to the white and then maybe the finish hole and see if that works. I feel like I got to lose my feet to get there. It looks like it's just out of reach. Oh. I couldn't get my foot in between the holes onto that purple up there. The jump felt pretty good though, so let me rest, try that one last time. That'll probably be it for today. I got the foot on, but again, conditions, my hand's about to just slide right off of that hole, so I didn't feel comfortable trying to make the match. These shoes are a little bit wider toe box, so I'm wondering if that one might be a little bit better. It's a little bit more narrow, because that hole's kind of blocked a little bit. I'll get a close up and show you in a second. All right, so there's the purple hold, and you can see it's kind of sandwiched in between these two. With this one, it can fit in there, but as you can see, there's not much room. So it makes it hard to get it on there, and you can see kind of how small it is. And then here is the different shoe. So if I get it on, you can see there's just a little more space, so it might make it a little easier to hit it. Can be done in the other shoe. I got the foot on there. I just need better conditions where I can hold the finishing hole just a little bit longer. That's it for today. Little shorter session than I was hoping for, but like I said, I need to go get the dogs in and take care of them. Wearing my Power Company shirt today, so if you guys haven't listened to their podcast or watched Chris on YouTube, Nate's also got a YouTube channel, Nate Drolet. I really enjoyed their podcast, so I recommend it. They have some great products. You can learn about training for climbing and things too. I like the podcast where they're talking more on the kind of, I guess, philosophical side of things rather than just sets, reps, that kind of stuff. So there's other good climbing podcasts. Definitely like, Stephen Denman on The Nugget. Actually did a podcast with him. Gosh, it's been years ago now on chronic pain or just pain science, period. Let's see. And then also on YouTube, one I found recently is Paradigm Coaching, I believe is the name of the channel. It's Charlie Schreiber, and I hope I pronounced your name right. But I think he's got some very good information too, kind of technique oriented and just, more about that position and movement. And then I do like the guys with tension climbing, and big fan of Will England and just how he kind of views position, how he views climbing. I like a lot of that stuff. So those things I found helpful for me, so I figured I'd share it with you guys. Hopefully it's helpful for you too. I obviously have no affiliation with anybody. They have no idea who I am. But anyway, I like them. Think it's good information. Think it'd be beneficial for you guys. That's it for today. See you next time. Bye.